If you're trying to buy your first home in a city like Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, here's something you should know, but not many people will tell you. The home you buy today for $700,000 will cost you closer to $750,000 in a year's time. Hi, I'm Eric. I help first home buyers secure a home, often within 90 days. That means no more wasted weekends, no more overpaying, and no more getting outbid again and again. In the next few minutes, you'll see why most first home buyers get stuck for months and the one shift that finally gets them the keys. So if you're serious about owning your home this year instead of next, stick with me. Let me guess where you're at right now. You got your pre-approval and you thought that meant the hard part was over. So you spent your weekends visiting open homes. You found a place you loved, put in an offer, and got your hopes up. Then you waited, only to hear another buyer offered more and the home was gone. Maybe you renewed your pre-approval once, twice, watching it expire, and you got nowhere. Maybe you even pushed your loan amount higher, hoping more money was the answer. And you're still standing where you started. You're learning that the price guides are too low, agents don't call back, and auctions wreck your nerves. And the worst part? You're smart, you earn good money, you've done everything right. Yet you keep watching downsizers and investors walk off with the homes you wanted. Every month, prices climb and the dream slips further away. And honestly, I don't blame you. Because the game is rigged against you. To actually win in this market, you'd have to master things nobody ever taught you. You have to read what's really motivating the seller. You have to work out if the other buyers are even real or just pressure the agent is inventing. And you have to structure an offer that stands out and negotiate like you've done it 100 times. All while holding down a full-time job and your real life. Meanwhile, the agents, the downsizers, and the investors you're up against have done this a couple of times before, maybe many times before. You're a first-home buyer, you're a first-timer walking onto their field, playing by rules you haven't seen before. Here's what makes my approach completely different. Most first-home buyers think the pre-approval is the finish line. It isn't. It is the starting line for us. Getting approved to borrow money was always the easy part. Knowing how to secure the home against more experienced players is where it's won or lost. So I'll give you both. First, of course, we'll get you a pre-approval, so you know exactly what you can spend, what your budget is. This means you can walk into every open home as a serious, ready buyer, not a hopeful one. Then I give you my 8-step strategy to define, find, and secure your first home. You'll know how to uncover opportunities before they are visible to other buyers. You'll know how to tell whether the competition is even real. You'll know how to put in an offer that the agent can't ignore. This means you stop guessing, stop overpaying, and stop losing homes to people who just knew more than you. So if that's what you want, here's your next step. Get the course below. It's $299 for the full 8-step system, plus your free pre-approval. Buyers who go in blindly routinely overpay by tens of thousands of dollars or lose another year to rising prices. $299 to stop that happening to you is the best decision you'll make this year. Let me give you a real example. A single person came to me in Sydney earning $80,000 a year. She could afford about $350,000 and she still wanted to buy her own home in Sydney. Quite honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen. But she found a 2-level apartment in Strathfield for $375,000 and she had the savings to make it work. So she got the keys. Now you might think that is just your best play. That is just your best win. But I had 2 other buyers independent of each other with a low budget that both bought for under $400,000 in Sydney in a competitive market. What did they have in common? They were laser focused on the outcome. They knew how to find properties pre-market. They had a strategy to secure that property. They had some flexibility and they were fully committed. And that is exactly what my 8-step system is built to give you. That is the difference between getting the keys and getting outbid. Now you may be thinking, can't I just do this myself? The truth is, it's not that simple. As a first-home buyer, there is a lot of steps, there's a lot of strategy that you're just not familiar with. You haven't seen it before. And here's what happens when first-home buyers go alone. I had a client who I got approved for $900,000, and he couldn't find anything that worked for him. So he renewed his pre-approval for a higher amount, this time 1.05 mil, believing that more money was the fix. Another 3 months passed, and the agent still didn't take him seriously. In the end, one agent told him he needed to offer $25,000 more to secure the home he was looking at. No reason was given. He was just getting played because he didn't know the rules. He didn't know how to negotiate. He didn't know how to find out if there was another buyer. He overpaid, and it cost him 4 to 5 months plus $25,000. More borrowing power was not the answer. Knowing how to play the game, how to ask the right questions, how to uncover pre-market opportunities was. But every month you wait, this gets harder, not easier. Rates climb, living expenses climb, and the bank will lend you less money. Also, prices climb, so the homes you want will cost more. Waiting is not the safe choice here. It's the most expensive choice you can make, most expensive decision you can make. To wrap this up, let me be straight about who this is for and who it's not for. This isn't for someone who wants to keep thinking about it for another year. This isn't for someone who believes a bigger loan amount magically solves everything. This isn't for someone happy to buy someday with no plan and no urgency. This is for the buyer who's serious about getting a set of keys this year. If that's you, get the course below. You'll get your pre-approval, of course, plus the exact 8-step system I've built from years of getting buyers like you across the line. And even if that's all the services you take from us, that $299 will be the best money you spend in your first home plan. So the only question left is simple. Do you want to have the tools my successful first home buyers use and be holding your own keys possibly in the next 90 days? Or do you want to keep watching prices climb for another year while someone else buys the home you wanted? Let's get started.